everyone, welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. Lisa here. Tonight we're going to make this adorable little treat holder, but before we get to that, let's do our drawing from last week. I have the 2 daffodil cards, and I wasn't sure whether I liked it with the sentiment or without, and the majority said with, so I added the sentiment to one. And I just wanted to show you, because when I made the card, I was looking at just one. And I thought it looked nice without a sentiment. But then last week, once I added the sentiment to this one and I saw them side by side, I decided the sentiment definitely was the right way to go. So I'm just going to quickly add this on. And then I will do the drawing. And I added this with glue dots, and I just stamped the hello from the ladybug stamp set, and then just fishtailed the end and adhered it right there, so it's kind of just peeking out. So now I have 2 finished cards. And let's put the names in for the drawing. Ooh. I dropped it, but I didn't lose them. All right, and I can't grab one. Got 2 in my hand. Okay, and the winner is Amy. Well, congratulations, Amy. Let me put these off to the side here. And we will get started. Tonight, just one simple little stamping on the front, and I use my go-to banner year and the XOXO. And we will be using both heart punches. Love the heart punches. And I have real red cardstock, and using the pretty Sweet Talk DSP from the mini catalog. So let me give you the measurements. I first thought about doing a craft along tonight, but then I was worried my funny description of the measurements might be confusing. So I will have everything up on my post once I edit after we're over. But there are 2 pieces of cardstock to make the little box. Let me show you. The heart comes off, and inside is a nugget, and it's just a little box. So there are 2 pieces for the box, and one is 2 3/8 by 2, and the other is like a hair under 2 3/8 and a hair under 2. And the reason for that is the bottom of the box needs to be a little bit smaller so that the top will fit over it. So again, it's 2 3/8 by 2, and then a hair under 2 3/8 by 2. So I don't think you can see on the camera, but it's just a little bit. And then I have I have some additional real red cardstock for punching the 2 scalloped hearts. And I have the DSP to punch the heart. And I have an additional strip of DSP that is cut at 1 by 3, and this is to wrap the nugget. And then I have a little strip here to stamp the sentiment, and that is basic white. Okay, so right now let's get started. We'll just start and punch out our hearts and put them off to the side. So we need 2 scalloped hearts. And we need 1 DSP heart. All right, that is it for our punching. And now we will score. Though they are different measurements, both of them are scored at 1 inch all around. So we will just get this scored here. I think it's 1/2 inch. 1 inch sounds big. Yes, 1/2 inch. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so 1/2 inch all around. And we're going to score both pieces, and then we will cut and trim and attach. Okay. And just get this one scored. So, has anyone done any Valentine crafting yet? Let me know if you have and what you have been making. Okay. Now let's see which is the smaller one. This one here. And I'm just going to cut up on the score lines. And then cut the little corners off, because that gets rid of the extra bulk and makes it easier to assemble your box. So I'll just pull these off here. Didn't cut that one all the way. Okay, and then we'll do the same with this one. Cut up. And then just take those corners off. And I'll just get rid of these. Now when I made the sample, I used the Tombow. So I'm not sure right now if I'm going to use the Tombow or the tear and tape. I'll see when I get to that point. Then just fold on your score lines. And get the other one done. Let me just see which is the smaller so I attach them correctly. This one is the smaller one, so I didn't get that corner there. So let's do this one first. And I might as well use the tear and tape. And just on the 4 corners. So this actually is the first Valentine crafting I have done yet this year. I first was going to do a card for tonight, and I said, no, I love making treat holders. So we're just going to put the corners over. Okay. All right, so that one is the bottom. And just so I don't get confused, which sometimes happens, I'm going to attach this right now to the heart. And for attaching it, you could use the Tombow also, but I'm using the tear and tape because I get my instant adhesion. And then with this, just put it so that you don't have any pieces. You don't want to put it too low, but pretty much as well centered as you can without it sticking out. Okay. All right, just put that one aside, and now we will assemble these corners. And again, if you wanted to use the Tombow, you could. Like I said, I used it with the sample, but I did have to hold it together a little longer than you do with the tape. So I figured for video, I would use the tape instead. But either one works. They both adhere well. And we'll just get this top here put together. And then going to glue the DSP onto the scalloped top. Oh, this side's pretty too. I really like the Valentine DSP this year. And I like that it has the Highland Heather in it also. Instead of just your reds and your pinks. Very pretty. And of course, we're going to wrap our nugget because when you open your box, you want it to look as pretty on the inside as the outside. You can score this. I just wrapped it and got my little folds and then folded it. So I had a nice crease. And I need a little piece of tear and tape on here. Just wrap it around. Pretty. And with this pattern paper here, it doesn't matter if you have it this way or that way, which I like about it. You have a nice snug fit here, so let me weasel that in. Okay, and last step is to stamp our sentiment. And I'm using real red ink. And I just, what did I do? I fishtailed the ends. That's a look I didn't even remember. It's right in front of me. And we'll get this other side. And this I adhered with dimensionals. And what I actually did was I just cut a strip off of the end. Because remember, we never want to waste. And that goes across. And now for adhering this, a little rough edge there. You put the top over it, and then I put the tear and tape on. And then just eye it so that you can get this in the place where you want so it lines up. There. Now, if you had attached the box to both pieces, then it might not line up. You might end up with it off that way or whatever. But this way here, it lines right up. So everyone, that is it, my crafty friends. So what do you think about tonight's little project? Isn't that an adorable little Valentine treat to give? And very quick and easy to make. Doesn't take a lot of supplies either. And then when you open it, your nugget looks pretty as well. You could even, if you had a different sentiment, if you had a Valentine sentiment or something else, you could put up here, and you could put your little XOXO on top of the nugget as well. So everyone, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about tonight's little quick project. I would love for you to make these. Send me some pictures so that we can share what you stamped. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. I wish everyone a wonderful crafty week, and I will see you back here next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. And don't forget to leave those comments so you get entered in the drawing for these adorable little nugget heart treats. Okay, everyone. Thanks again. See you next week. Bye.